What's going on, folks? It's Lyra of Packmasters Dog Training here. The other day, I'm coming home, I'm driving home. I come to pull into my driveway, and one of my neighbors is walking his two little Shih Tzu type dogs on retractable leashes, and one of them's taking a crap right in my driveway. Okay, not on my grass, which I wouldn't be happy about, but literally right in my driveway, which really blew me away. Really blew me away. And I sat there and had to wait for him to get done. And I didn't blow a cork or anything because he's a really nice guy. He's a good dude. He's a good neighbor. And I know he's going to pick it up. He's not one of these douchebags that let their dog crap all over and doesn't pick it up. But I still found it so foreign that you would just allow your dogs to go wherever they want on these retractable leashes and take a crap on concrete on someone's driveway. And then I've had a few clients this week with similar issues as far as behavioral problems that all kind of lead into what I'm about to say right now. And the fact is, there are too many everyday dog owners and too many professional dog trainers out there that I think are missing an opportunity, and that's utilizing what I believe, in my opinion, like I said, this is my opinion, so take it or leave it, what is the most powerful, effective dog training tool we have out of anything. And for me, that is the structured walk, a good structured walk with your dogs. It sounds very simple, very unexciting, but it's the truth. It is the truth. I work with dog after dog after dog that comes here with some crazy, serious problems, some minor problem, everything under the sun. Many of these dogs have already been to other trainers. And when they get here and I ask what has been done so far, it's always the same thing, down, sit, come, maybe place. And, okay, well, what have you done about, the reactivity when he blows up? Well, we correct it. We pop him on a prong collar real hard, or we correct him on an e-collar. I'm just thinking, wow, this is unbelievable. Let's go back to Bruno, my Rottweiler. I've had too many people to remember, too many trainers, old-time trainers, new trainers, everybody, too many people to remember that have told me that was the best behaved dog that they've ever seen. He could be in any situation, under any type of pressure, and he was just always golden. He had a big personality and just the perfect demeanor, and he was a super dog. And so I'd get the question, well, how did you train him? What did you do for training with Bruno? So, well, that was easy. I trained him on a leash and a walk. They're like, no, but, what else did you do while you were training him? Was it e-collar training? What kind of tools did you use? I tell him, Bruno was trained on a leash and a long walk every single day, a structured walk. And they don't believe me. They think I'm leaving something out. Bruno never saw an e-collar until he was over 4 years old. He just didn't, and he didn't need one. He was trained along with my other dog. Every day we'd go for a nice long walk on a leash, one on one side, one on the other, and it was very simple. Don't do anything except be with me. Be next to me, okay? You're not pulling ahead. You're not pulling off to the side. There's no sniffing. There's no peeing. There's no pooping. There's nothing. Just be with me and follow me. That's simple. And in my opinion, that is the most effective, most important training tool we have as dog trainers or just everyday dog owners. It goes so far, guys. You don't understand the importance of this. It puts dogs in their natural position, in their natural mindset, just moving forward, just exploring new things, new sights, new smells, different places. That creates a really tremendous dog. Because, see, what people don't understand, they just see it as teaching a dog to walk nicely on a leash. It's not even close to that. It makes everything else you do easier. Everything. Because when you have that from your dog, when you have that trust and that bond and that relationship, everything else falls into place much easier. Okay? This week alone, out of bunch of dogs I've been working with for reactivity issues. They were labeled aggression cases, and they've been to other trainers. They're not aggression cases. They're not even close to being aggressive dogs. Not even close. Okay, let's put it this way. If you send your dog to a trainer and the trainer can put a muzzle on your dog, he's not aggressive. Plain and simple. It's not an aggression case. So each one of these dogs that I worked with, I never had to address any kind of aggression, and I never had to address reactivity. You know why? Because the second I put these dogs on a leash and started communicating with them what I want, there was no reactivity. We'd go for these walks with the owners behind watching, and I'd watch the behavior, and it would change. All right. It would just change. The dogs were just happy being with me, following me. They understood what I wanted. I'll give you another example. We come back to my house. I put my 3 dogs in the pens in the garage, and I have the owner come in with his dog on leash and just walk in my garage past the dogs. Well, guess what? He was right. His dog was reactive. The dogs went apeshit. Each one of them that I've done it with, the dogs went apeshit, going crazy when they saw my dogs. And then we walk outside. I tell them, okay, now give me the leash, and I want you to watch from behind. And then I go in, I take the leash, no tools, no prong collars, no e-collars, no corrections, no talking. Don't say 2 words. I go in the garage, we go sit right next to the dogs. And the dog's just hanging out with me, just relaxing, and the owners get really puzzled by this. And some of them get upset. It bothers them. They don't understand why, It's not because I have anything different than everyone else out there has. I don't have anything special. I'm not doing anything special. It's just that these dogs have never been taught how to behave any differently before, ever. So it's a constant battle and constant conflict. The dog blows up and the people are yelling. They say their name 80 times. They're saying no 80 times. They're pulling on the leash. Man, that does nothing. That does absolutely nothing, That structured walk, guys, just where the dog is to follow and be with you and nothing else. Nothing else matters, So when I say no peeing, no pooping, no sniffing, that's what it is. And then when you get to a spot where you want the dog to go be a dog, then you release him and you let him go be a dog. Then he could sniff and pee and poop all he wants. But when it's time to get back to the walk, the dog's with you and he's just hanging with you. That's it. It is the most powerful tool we have as dog owners and trainers. Again, that's my opinion, but I think I've proven it time and time again over the years that I have very well behaved dogs, but my clients have very well-behaved dogs. It's not about sit down and come, guys. That stuff is useless in correcting behavioral problems. It's part of it. I shouldn't say it's useless. It's part of everything. But, if you could only do one thing, if the average dog owner came to me and said, I could only do one thing to help my dog, what should I do? Well, it'd be very simple. Do this. Go on a good structured walk every day. Now, of course, you have to enforce some kind of guidelines inside your home. That's important too. But it goes together. If you just do those 2 things, you're going to be able to fix so many behavioral problems with these dogs. I promise you, as simple as it sounds, it's not being done. It's not being done. If you do that, then the rest of the training is cake. It's simple. Several weeks ago, I took my dogs for a walk in my neighborhood. I live in a very large neighborhood. My dogs usually aren't on a leash. My dogs are off leash. And I put my dogs on a leash. This is another thing that I think people are missing a boat on. All my dogs were on a leash and I'm walking. And one of my neighbors stopped, pulled up beside me in the car. He said, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, well, what do you mean? He said, "Why are your dogs on a leash?" I said, well, I had a bad day. And he kind of looked at me and I said, "I'll see you later." I wanted to keep going. That's what I said. I had a bad day. I know he didn't understand what I meant by that. What I meant by that was I put my dogs on a leash for me, not for the dogs, for me, because I find it extremely therapeutic. It's like therapy for me to put my dog on a leash and just to go for a nice, long, quiet walk. I don't say nothing. We don't do nothing. We just go and we move forward. It doesn't matter if there's dogs behind the fence barking. It doesn't care if there's cars coming by. We just move forward. And there's no way that I can go out for a half hour or 45 minutes or an hour and walking like that with my dogs that I won't feel better when I get back. So it's a very, very powerful tool, guys, that I think too many people are overlooking. It's not just for the dog, okay? It's probably a lot better for most of us. It's great therapy, I'm telling you. Get your dog to where he could be with you and go for a nice walk with no tension on the leash and just be. You be as one and you move forward, and I promise you, you will both benefit from it. Please, at least master that one thing, all you everyday dog owners out there. All right? Peace.